Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where today I have been asked to do several tasks here in Entwade. I have 6 more to do, and the first of these is to board up some homes. Oh, we've been given the boards in which to work with. Okay, good. Alright, well, I must admit I've seen better, but I am not a carpenter, so I don't know what they would be expecting. Meanwhile, the soldiers are still practicing and getting ready for whatever battles come. That would be nice, I guess. Being ready, that is, not the battles themselves. I'm sure the battles will be all a big mess. So where are the... There are supposed to be more... Oh, here we are. So let's bring these up. Okay, that's just the top layer, the one that looks slipshod. Looks like the lower layers don't look too bad. I don't know how much this is actually going to discourage the orcs from going inside of these places. But perhaps it might discourage them a little bit if they were thinking about what to do. Alright, well, I'll see if I can find any more houses that need boarding. Not sure how I missed this house before. Alright, that takes care of that. Now, talk to Yefel? I guess he's inside. Hello?
I do not believe you will find welcome here.
Thank you for taking the time to do this. You brought our men more time to prepare for the coming siege in doing so. I'm not too sure siege would be the right word for whatever's going to be happening here. When this war has finally ended and our people can return, they can rest easy knowing that our foes will not invade their homes at any vile end. Alright, so I guess they're expecting, oh, of course, if there's a raid and that they repel the raid, then the words will be very handy in that scenario. If the orc go and take over the entire town, well, that's an entirely different matter. Now let's see if I can find anyone else who needs help, because I'm supposed to be helping 5 more. Well, I don't know if it's 5 more people, because there could be one person who wants 5 quests done. Looks like these guys are back. Oh well, just in case he wants me to kill them.
We stride into a danger that we cannot hope to overcome.
I heard word of a hardy lore master that's come to the Entwade, and surely that must be you, because how many lore masters have been coming here lately? Actually, in the average MMO, probably a large number, but that's beside the point. I have little time for introductions, but I am Kenbert. Thane Edridge has sent me to patrol the road to Middlemead, but I've been met more resistance. The Uruks lurk all around us here, but I doubt myself seen. It says this, but I think you're smack in the open and that every Uruk knows your exact position. That's all I can say about this. Middlemead is a valuable trading post in Kingstead, and Entwade has... Excuse me, but I this one saw you. All right, now you were saying is that Middlemead is a valuable trading post. All right, and the Entwade was oft host scores of traders. As of late, none of them have made it to the Entwade, and Edrich is convinced that the king's departure marked an uprising of Uruks in our lands. If the trade routes are truly overrun, our situation will be dire. Patrol along the road to the Middlemead, and I will hold my position here. If you can find any sign of traders or their goods, we will need to act swiftly, or the Uruks will claim all. Alright, so patrol the road to Middlemead. Oh, ha!
We stride into a danger that we cannot hope to overcome.
And this bodes ill for us. The Uruks cannot be allowed to lay claim to our trade routes and our goods. There must be some reason for this wanton violence, and I fear that they will use the resources of our rich lands against us. Yeah, alright. Ride along the road and slay the Uruks that you encounter. Those near the carts have likely pillaged our goods, and they must be returned to the Entwade if we are to win this war. So search Urukai ambushers for stolen goods. Is this going to be one of those quests where we're going to have to literally search them? Is that... The road here is barren, and nothing catches your eye, other than, of course, the stray Uruk, that is. This is a... But this is a black arrow. This isn't the Uruk we're looking for. Because I think we're looking for ambushers or something like that. But, oh boy, these Uruks are all over the place. You have discovered a wrecked cart and ransacked goods littering the edges of the road. Yeah, I guess that's nothing new. Crate of crops. Amid the wreckage along the road to the Middlemead, you have discovered a crate of crops from Kingstead that withstood the Uruk assault. If more crates remain intact, such supplies would be of great value to the warriors of the Entwade in their preparations for the coming assault. Okay, I suppose we could do that, and we could also throw a fireball at him. There we go. Alright, we will just have to pick up these supplies. So we need 8 crates of crops. That was not an ambusher, that was just a... Oh, that's right, that was a black arrow or something like that. Am I going to have to... Uruk's dart about top dark horses stealing goods. Alright, where we are? Yeah. Okay, we have here Uruk's dart around atop dark horses, stealing goods from the recent kills. Okay, fine. Well, okay, it's not fine. Okay. Oh, okay, that was one of the ambushers. Alright, so now we've found the ambushers. So just go about here and... Okay. Alright, looks like there are several. Oh, there's a crate up there. Bash. Crash. Right. 7. Ooh, I missed you before. You might be more successful at ambushing then. There you go. Recovered stolen goods. Let's see. How about you? If you take care of the ambushers, then we won't have to worry about that on the quest tracker. Oh, well, we do need to get stolen goods from them. Okay, I didn't have to literally search them then. Okay. Because I was thinking of that earlier, and Did I look at it? No, I don't need to do that. Alright, let's see what I have. I have 7 of my 8 crates. Oh, we do have a corpse here, but no, it looks like I searched him automatically. Maybe that was a change to the quest. Oh, it's a possibility. I've heard of quests changing before. There you go. And right. Okay, we've taken care of that. You have recovered many of the crops pillaged by the Uruks near the Entwade. With these renewed supplies, Entwade will have the rations necessary. I'm surprised they didn't pick them up already to make it impossible for me to recover them. But that's beside the point. Alright, we've taken care of that. So talk to Kenbert, talk to there. Nothing else to do around here? Alright, then we will head back to Kenbert. It's dreadful.
Our hope lies in strength, but the servants of the enemy are everywhere.
Yes, alas, I had worried that this would be the case. I mourn for the people of Middlemead, and I hope that such losses will not continue to visit our lands. Now then, we must form a plan, for the Uruks must be dealt with, and our goods salvaged. Alright, what do we do?
Evil stirs in the shadows, and the horse lords have need of aid.
Along the road I have seen many foes. None were greater than the Uruk who guarded their stockpiles of pillaged goods. He rode atop a thickly armored steed and bore weapons of the finest make. He has no doubt stolen those goods from our traders, caught ferrying blades of the Stonedeans back to Kingstead. I know not if the Uruk is their leader or merely one of their mightiest, but he must be slain if the Itwade is to prepare for the coming attack. Ride out to their stockpile along the road's edge and slay him when you can draw his attention. Thane Hedrich will wish to know this foe has been put to the end. Alright, so I need to find and defeat Asgaya. Okay. Asgaya. Let's break the chain. Okay, we need to make that our quest guide's focus so that I can actually find the proper location. And probably having to kill a few of these along the way. Right. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. We were trying to find this Asgaya. Yeah. I'll say that taking care of all these writers will be an impossible task. Alright, so now, let's see, what have we got here? We've got... Now, I am supposed to find this Asgaya. Ah, alright. Oh, really? You're just gonna put that right next to me. Okay. I can do that. I better clear the area before, because I think if I... Really? Oh. Okay, that was weird. I guess he figured that was the only way to escape from me. Well, I'll take up the crate. Oh, there he is. Oopsie daisy. Okay, how about if I do that, do that, do that, do that, do that? Yeah. Well now, I think that's all nice in a day's work. I have recovered some goods that were stolen by the Uruks. First off, we'll take care of this.
Invaders have wrought this misery upon us.
You have lessened the blow to our lands, Pine Lore, if only to a small degree. With only my men and I stationed here, we will use these supplies to arm and defend Entwade. You have my thanks for bearing such a burden. Alright, good. And we.
The enemy must be punished for encroaching upon our lands.
And of course the big Uruk. This Uruk has harried my people for weeks now, and I am glad to hear that he has finally met an end. The supplies he and his ilk have been keeping from my men can now be recovered, and we can redouble our efforts to prepare the wade. Alright. Okay, so that means we've got 5 of 7 complete. So where are the last 2? Ah, it appears that Magenred has been looking towards the Entwade in a deeper location. Aha, the last 2 quests. No quarter in the Westament.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
As you have no doubt heard from Thane Edridge, orcs have crossed the wade into our lands from the Sutcrops. We know not what has driven them here, but they cannot remain, for their numbers will bolster the already sizable forces of the White Hand. They bear queerly adorned armor, but beneath it they appear frailer than most that we have seen so far. It is my thought that Refostred and his men drove them off, though I would imagine that Edridge would have taken him to task for not slaying all their numbers. We cannot abide them near this border, right south of the Entwade along the edge of the river, and slay them. For how gaunt they appear, it may well be a mercy. Well, okay, and what else we have here?
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
I grow concerned for the men of the Entwade. In Thane Edred's favor to protect the crossing. Purpur, yes. We have forgotten that our crofters have begone, and our rations must be preserved for the coming battle. In other times, such things would not be a problem, but with the coming of the orcs from the Sutcrops, I fear that our easiest source of food may be at risk. I speak, of course, of fish. Along the river Entwash, we have a great many nets in place to trap fish of the swimming downstream. However, the orcs are a rough, vile lot, and I worry that they will destroy or befoul our fish and nets, since they have passed into the lands. If you would, venture to the river's edge and search the nets. If any fish remain, the men will benefit greatly from seeing them return to Entwade. Alright. Very well. Kill the orcs and collect the netted fish. Starving orc warrior. Is he looking for rations on the horse, or is he wanting to eat the horse? On the plains of Evermore. Evermore? As in the Battle of Evermore? Oh, amid the starved orcs of the Sucross, you have found a grim source of food sustaining them, the horses of the riders on the Entwade. The fallen horses must have been stolen away from the wandered in the fields. These mighty steeds of Rohirrim ill deserve such a fate, and should be buried in the plains of Kingstead. Alright. Okay. Okay, I'll bury the horses. So knowing the orcs, they're probably just going to... Well, if we kill the orcs, they're not going to be a problem, I guess, right? Okay, and you? Smack. Alright, there you go. And now bury another horse. Okay, how about you? Okay, good. I can see the fish nets. I'm not too sure what that orc is doing, but... I wonder who is... I was thinking, okay, who's firing the arrows? Were it the... Oops. The Rohirrim or the orcs, or both? Let's just collect a little bit more fish, and I think that we can report back to the scout. 5. Any in here? Alright, that takes care of that. Oh, we need to... Good. That takes care of the orcs. Okay, there's still a few around. Probably have to kill a few extra as I go and bury the last few horses. Then I'll get to the thing. I have dealt with the fleeing orcs.
The White Hand is wicked.
I know not if Reeve Fostra drove them from this land, but the orcs will find no safety here. You have removed another threat facing me and my men, and for that I'm grateful. Though I have no love for Theoden, the orcs of the White Mountains have long lain dead, and I shall not tolerate another orc on the plains of Kingstead. Alright. And finally, the fish.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
Thank you for recovering these fish. With my people and our crofters gone to the south, the farms will not be as well kept as they have been, and we will need as many rations as we can muster. Ah, well, we finally finished all 7 of those quests.
There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
Few could deny the effort that you have put forth, Pine Lore. My men and I are grateful for what you have done to aid us in preparing for the White Hand's next assault. Without the King's aid, we were ill prepared for such a task. But should the weight hold, he and I shall have words upon his return. Come then, we must talk about what is to be done with this man that you have found. Oh yes, the one that we have found in the privy. What will we do about him? Well, at least what will the thing do about him? We have to find that out in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.